Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Geoff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Episode 11, no less.
Apparently. That's crazy. That means we're more than halfway through the season, doesn't it? Usually it's about 20 episodes, including the reunion.
That's true. So roughly, yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
It is.
So the good news is we are done with work for the week.
Mm-hmm.
However, that means we have a lot of Thanksgiving to get ready for.
I know.
So there's a lot going on. And on top of that, you had yourself an exciting day. Why don't you tell us about it?
I wouldn't say exciting. It was definitely different. So yeah, I don't know if I sound different. It's hard to say S's.
I'm noticing it now, and the natural dickhead inside of me is having a hard time not making fun of you.
Mrs. Lazy Face.
I know, right? No, earlier you were doing good with it, but go ahead.
I know, yeah. So basically, I got an Invisalign today, and it was definitely more than I thought it would be, with the whole gluing on the composites and just like clicking everything in place. And it was very, very sore. Still am sore. And as you can hear, I sound a bit different. So it was definitely like, oh, this is my experience. And, I'm sure it'll get better as I get more used to it. But like right now, my mouth is sore, my jaw is sore. And I'm just, another 14 months of this.
Yeah. Again, but I don't think you sound all that different. I mean, I can hear it here and there where you sound more congested than you do,
yeah, that's the remnant
unable to speak. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, for now, I don't notice it being terribly different. There's times where you've said a few things where I can tell it's easier for you to drop part of the word than to finish saying it. So, but not like either one of us is extremely articulate, and make sure we don't enunciate well, especially when we're doing the podcast sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to enunciate better, yeah. So it's just day one, and we'll see how it goes. But yes, obviously, if you watch our YouTube videos, you can see that I have a gap between my two front teeth, and it's something I've always had, and I just never got braces as a child, and I've just always been sometimes indifferent, sometimes really focused on it, and I think recently I became very hyper focused on it, and it's just dumb because I've looked like this my entire life, and I know I'm a decent looking person, and you're not like your parents. I'm not that vain, but it's something that's been bothering me, the gap. And so I was like, I don't want to do braces. Veneers are scary and expensive, and so I decided to do the Invisalign, and I found a great orthodontist here in town, and we'll just see how that works. But yeah, I don't expect I just want to look better. Not that I don't look good right now, but it's really mainly for me, and again, being hyper focused about it, being made fun of it, in the past, and also being really aware now, seeing myself on YouTube. I'm like, oh, the gap. I just so focused on it. So I still just do, to feel better about myself. But of course, a lot of that, this comes from the inside, and so
goodness, you're getting
I know. I'm sorry to get all deep about it, but
do you go to therapy with Britani and her daughter?
I should
discuss all this.
I should, but yeah, not to be all deep about it, but that's how it should be. It's you are not your appearance. It doesn't determine my self-worth whether or not I have a gap between my two front teeth. It's just something,
Mm-hmm.
It's just something just to feel good about. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Self-improvement, self-care.
Exactly.
So yeah, we'll do a before and after.
And I still think you're cute with or without the gap.
Thank you.
So
yeah, again, yeah, it's I was the person who I love the most doesn't care, but yeah, I think it's just really
yeah. I mean, there's about 100 other things I'd fix about you before I fix the gap in your teeth, but we'll have to take those as they come.
Yes, it's not fix. It's improved.
Sorry, right.
Nothing's broken.
Right. Well, but I don't know. Fix and repair have so much more connotation.
Well, I'm not saying repair either.
I know,
it's
but
improve.
It's going to
improving my smile.
It's going. Sorry, that just seems like a definite not a stretch, but definite justification, I guess. But anyway, I believe that it is going to eliminate the gap in your teeth. That's what it's doing.
Stop usurping my narrative, Scott.
Usurping.
You
gave up your option to be upset about that. But no, I'm kidding.
Your feelings are no longer on the table anymore.
You can't be the victim now because you've been a bitch. That's basically what Heather said at that lunch. But anyway, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to this happening. I need to get my teeth done because I have these tiny ass teeth and they look like little, gravestones in there, and I grind the hell out of my teeth, so I need to get that done. But because of that, I can't just have Invisalign. At least that's what that one dentist told me.
I grind too.
No, but because mine is so strong, like the grinding that I do, that like they said that I would actually have to have full-on braces to fix my bite and everything, and then I'm still grinding, and I still have the chance of giving myself donkey mouth, where my teeth just go straight out from my face. Yeah, so when we're done with your teeth, we'll get mine done.
Yeah.
So.
This is a expensive expenditure.
Yes, but I might actually have to get veneers. So that's what they told me. To get this all done and then have veneers put on to make it all right, so I bite correctly, all that fun stuff.
Oh my God.
I remember when my mom was alive, she would always say, I should just buy you veneers. I was like, yes, do it. And now that I know how expensive they are, I really regret that she never did.
But when you grind those too?
Well, that's the thing, is that you get everything fixed and then, ready for veneers. Yeah, if I got veneers right now, they've told me that I would just pop them right off.
Oh my God.
Like I would just grind them and they would just like pop off like popcorn right out of my mouth.
How do you still have teeth then if you're doing such heavy grinding?
If you were in this mouth the way that I am, you would know that I have very flat teeth in places that I should not. So anyway, welcome to our dental podcast.
I know, gosh.
In case we should have led with it as well, we are two husbands, each other's husbands, and we watch all the Housewives shows. And we don't recap them. We just talk about how they made us feel. And sometimes that involves a little bit of a recap, just so we remember where the hell we were.
Right.
But in this case, we were in Salt Lake. And are we ready to move on?
Yes, we are.
I'm happy to talk about whatever.
No, I talk about my teeth so long. So I'll keep you updated as this closes in.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Last thing I'll say, I couldn't imagine having, and that's why I didn't go immediately jump towards getting braces. I couldn't imagine having tooth soreness or mouth soreness the way that braces give it to you, and that's what you're experiencing here on day one. So
sure.
So lots of Advil and other
soft foods.
Yeah, and
lots of spaghetti in my future.
God, if only you like yogurt, you can have yogurt.
Oh man,
I guess soup is on our agenda.
Well, also it makes me like not want to eat as much or not snack as much. So like put the chips down, man.
Oh yeah, that'll be easier. Not having to yank those out. Anyway, Salt Lake City started out.
It was post Mary's
church
service.
So immediately from the church to that restaurant. Walters, yes.
Season
yeah,
one.
I do remember.
Yes. The Met Gala they had there with Dom Perignon.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the whole story about how the village died.
Yeah, 5,400 people died. It made the best grapes ever.
Like how she rattled that off, which was crazy. Anyway, so basically she's gathered everyone around together, minus Brittany, who I'm glad she gave a heads up. I'm not going to invite you because you said I was not Christ-like. And Brittany apologized and said they're good now.
Right. And even Mary explained that to the group and was just like, even though she apologized, I still didn't invite her.
Yes.
She's still not here. But, we're in a good place.
Because my dog told me not to.
Yeah, right. I didn't get a sign from my dog.
No pause.
Did we even know Mary had a dog until now?
I wouldn't think Mary would be a person who would have a dog. Because Lord knows Mary ain't picking up no poop.
Right. So it makes me think it's Robert Jr.'s dog.
Yes.
And,
or Robert Sr.'s dog.
Oh, true. Yeah. But as it can be when, your child has an animal, it becomes your child. Right. Or your animal, rather. Also,
we've seen more of that dog in this one episode than we have Robert Sr. in a couple seasons.
That's true, but I think that's by design.
Yes.
So,
proxy.
I do love dogs.
It's a cute dog.
I don't like wrinkly dogs. I don't like hairy dogs. I don't like wrinkly dogs.
Yes.
I don't have anything against them. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you're not a dog.
Slap.
Yeah, no, I never slap a dog. Except on the butt. I'd slap that butt real hard, like smack, smack, smack. But dogs need their butts smacked. They do. So do cats. But anyway, I don't like the bulldogs and the drooly ones, and I like a good fluffy dog. I don't like terriers with their little wiry hair and all that stuff. And
I don't like wiry hair either. No.
So yeah, but I mean, as far as bulldogs go, that was a cute dog.
It's a cute dog.
That was a cute dog.
So basically, it went from like a little gathering for lunch to like an intervention or come to Jesus moment for Meredith, and she was not biting.
I think that was the thing that was frustrating everyone the most, and it's just that like Meredith would not accept or admit to the fact that she did anything unsightly or unseeming. Is that the word? Unseemingly?
Either one.
Either one. And she was just like, I was just venting to my friend.
For maybe 15, 30 minutes. Like, she was sticking to that story. I vented for a very short amount of time. Then I
watched 2 movies
and fell asleep. And I love that Heather said, which movies? And we got a whole diatribe about like Crazy Rich Asians.
Right.
Which, how have you not seen that? That came out like 4 years ago.
You know,
like that was like pre-COVID. Like
for someone, yeah, that was yeah. If someone asked me how Crazy Rich Asians ended right now, having not seen it since it originally came out in theaters, I'd have no clue.
But that's 5 years versus like a week.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I did like that. And then Lisa was able to just rattle it off. That was cute production, putting all the check marks.
Yes.
And then, no, that didn't happen.
I know. And then they're on a plane.
I mean, that just goes to show that Lisa's so ready to just be like, look, like, pick me. I'm good. I can do good. Give me a gold star. So,
Lisa.
But I do like that Heather just said it like it was and was like, I don't think that you, Meredith, have any room to complain right now. Like, what you did to Britney was so bad that however you were feeling up until then is completely irrelevant because you went off the deep end.
Heather stuck to her guns, and she was very like, I'm not trying to beat up on you. I'm saying this is what happened. This is what I saw with my own eyes. Whitney and Mary and even Angie can back me up on that. And so I just want you to just admit that you did these things. And Meredith would not give them anything except for like, I'm sorry that she overheard me. Not, I'm sorry that like I was yelling at this woman, because that's what you were doing. And the fact that they were all like, it was going on and on and on. And she was like, no, that didn't happen. I think that Whitney was saying the quiet part out loud,
right?
Being like, I'm concerned. Mary was concerned, but she didn't take a step forward that Whitney did by saying, I think you just had too much alcohol, maybe.
Well, or
you had too much rage, or
it took Bronwyn having told that to Meredith at lunch for that to really start coming out. Which I don't know why this whole I was
so butthurt about that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I mean, also she could have corrected Bronwyn in the telling of it, because also what they showed Bronwyn saying to Meredith wasn't all that inflammatory. It's not like Bronwyn was saying, and then Whitney thinks you're a lush. You know
exactly. It was
just saying that Whitney says she saw you drinking beforehand. She saw you drinking on the plane and like said that maybe, you might be da-da-da. But, Meredith, everyone, not just Meredith, always wants to make, mountain out of molehill.
Federal case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she was on camera saying, Whitney saying that like, I don't think she remembers, but never, it didn't get to the point where, she's a raging alcoholic and she blacked out and, she tried to kill Britney. Like, that's not what she said.
And I mean, also, but you're right. I mean, Whitney is alluding to the thing that, I think the fandom suspects is the case, that there was some alcohol and pills being mixed.
A mix of things, yes.
Yeah. I mean, there are ways to, I think saying you might have had some pills and had some drinks and they didn't interact well, that's the way to say it. But they just immediately, like, because Meredith was all pissy about it, like, drugs, it's like, I'm not saying like you're mainlining heroin while drinking Chablis, it wasn't martini and Rossi and, black tar heroin, so, it's just some pills, which, again, Meredith has admitted to having or taking in the past, so it's not a huge stretch.
It really isn't. It isn't. And I don't think she was saying it with malicious intent either,
No, I mean, I don't think malicious, but I think it's a hard thing to kind of...
I think she's just so shocked that Meredith is so sticking to the story of like doing nothing wrong, and it's mind-boggling. And she vented that to Bronwyn, and I don't think Bronwyn also wasn't carrying it back to her like well, you heard what it wasn't like that. And so I'm sure they'll get past it, because I like Whitney and Bronwyn together. I love that moment they shared 2 episodes ago, and It shouldn't be a deal breaker.
I also think of anyone, you know, I'm sure Whitney has mixed some pills and some alcohol once upon a time. I mean, it happens.
We all could have done it.
It happens to the best of people. So, you know, also, I don't think that that Whitney is, you know, judging Meredith for it. She's just kind of hung on the fact that Meredith won't admit that that could have happened, or even gotten ahead of it and said, okay, I had too much to drink, you know, and just left it at that. You know, but she was so, you know, it can be embarrassing when you black out. But again, if you do black out, you can just, oftentimes you'd be like, yeah, that sounds like something I might have done.
Right.
You know?
It's not, you know, I was so angry at Britney and it just came out, but she's not copping to it. So even at the end, she doesn't cop to it, but we'll get there.
Right. So then, I mean,
they go round and round and like don't get anywhere.
I mean, Lisa and...
I was surprised by Lisa being so not Lisa.
Like not argumentative.
Yes.
When things kind of got thrown in her court.
Yes. And she was even tiptoeing to like, you know, you were upset, Meredith, but she wouldn't she wouldn't jump on board.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a pile on, but you know, I guess maybe because it was mainly not about her. And this is one time I wish they like would stop trying to bring Lisa into it. Like when Heather said that, you know, she thinks that Britney thinks that you are just as culpable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no. It's not that. It's not like that.
Yeah, there were a couple times where I think Lisa like was brought into it and she was going to say like defend herself, but then someone spoke over. I think Whitney butted in at one point. I was like, oh, I would have actually been interested in hearing what Lisa had to say, because I think you're right. She wasn't being so defensive and kind of all over the place with it. But that ship had sailed and got back to Meredith.
Well, then they gossiped later on about it, she and Meredith, and basically it's like my note for that was like they think everyone's wrong except for them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
getting their nails done.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird one.
And that boot she still has.
Yeah. So what happened after the lunch? It was
Meredith. Sorry, Heather and her
marital
Wayfair commercial.
Oh, her Wayfair commercial. Yes. Yeah.
It almost makes you want to buy some Wayfair.
I mean, some of these things in this house are Wayfair, but I stopped.
This is Home Goods, right?
I don't know. That might be weird. No, because Wayfair used to be a reasonable deal. Like, honest to God, like, you know, I like their stuff, but it used to be kind of discounty, and now, like, you can spend a pretty penny at Wayfair, and really what you're getting is, in my opinion, kind of a Home Goods situation. So it's not necessarily the best deal anymore. It hasn't been for a couple of years, but you know, maybe they've pivoted their standards without me noticing, because I haven't been buying furniture, you know, every year of my life.
Right. It was just so funny, the whole when her daughters came home and they're like, where did you get this stuff, Mom? Wayfair, daughter.
Yeah. I mean, just because she's, you know, so sponsored at BravoCon for it, I was like, she's going to say Wayfair.
You could not escape Wayfair at BravoCon.
Could not.
Just everywhere.
The armoire in the guest bedroom, that's from Wayfair. I bought that. The one that...
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's from Wayfair. Yeah.
Was that after we were dating?
Yeah, I got that while we were dating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate that thing because I went a little too nuts with the nails on one portion of it.
Oh, right.
I didn't space it out enough, and every time I look at the back of it, which isn't often, luckily, I was like, "You're an idiot. Why did you put it together like that?"
Well, we're gonna
get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's also a little rickety because I didn't nail it correctly. It's a little wobbly. But anyway, neither here nor there.
Yeah.
My thing, and I mentioned it to you while we were watching, is that the house that Heather lives in now, though grand, looks more like a family home than it does like empty nest. Like, I know she upgraded a couple seasons ago, or is it just this season she upgraded?
It's a couple seasons ago she bought that house. Yeah.
It just seems too ordinary looking. Like, you know what I mean? It just seems like a very respectable family home in Utah. And then to find out that the kids aren't even living there, and then she's got all this extra space. I guess with the pool being done and everything, it'll be nice. I'm sure it's nice.
Right.
It just doesn't scream Heather Gay to me. I don't know what would.
We really haven't seen it all in its totality, though. So
yeah, because it's giving me like I expect that house to be a New Jersey Housewives house.
I could see that.
Yeah. So, and I don't expect her to have like a, Angie monstrosity with the, white everywhere and walls.
And the angles and the That's like modern.
And I don't need her to have Whitney's farmhouse chic, but I don't know.
Farmhouse.
I feel like something.
After watching Mormon Wives, I'm so over farmhouse. Freaking farmhouse.
I've never really been a huge fan of the farmhouse aesthetic.
It's too much. It's also like all over Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm curious from a design perspective, at what year can we live in where we're going to look back at it and go, ugh, farmhouse, like our
2025.
I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be fully like eye rolling passe for like another couple of years. I still want to know if it's okay to paint our doors a dark color, or if that will be lumped in with the farmhouse aesthetic.
I feel like that ship has sailed.
I don't know.
I don't want to do the black.
No, I don't think black, but I think like a darker, like a gray or that green kind of color. That was kind of cute. So we'll
discuss.
I'll do it when you're at work one day.
No,
you'll come home. You'll be like, why does the house smell like fresh paint? I'm like, I had it painted. So
yeah, and I'll be like, let me walk out the front door and take these cats with me.
Whatever, your hurt teeth. You need to lay down.
I do need to lay down.
So then
what else?
So Whitney with the U-Haul. That was not necessary for them to have that giant U-Haul.
For her marital bed?
Yeah.
That's really crazy that she's had that same mattress for like 20 some odd years. Like it's as old as her daughter's.
That is weird. You're supposed to replace your mattress, I think, every 10 years.
Yeah.
I think 15 on the outside. So that must have been a really uncomfortable mattress.
Like it's not like they didn't have the money too.
I'm also confused why I realized.
And also when she's like, I birthed 3 babies, did you have them on this mattress? Are those the stains?
Or they might have been conceived on that mattress.
Oh, right.
I don't understand why they had to go deliver the mattress anywhere, because when you buy a new mattress, they'll take away. I mean, is Sleep Train, do they not have the same deal in Utah? Is it illegal in Utah to like
perhaps
take people's old mattresses? I don't understand. But like I would never, if I didn't have to, just arrange to have my mattress taken somewhere. I would just like, hey, I bought a new one, take it away.
But they need the dramatic effect.
I know, right? That's why it made me think that they're just doing that for something to do with the show.
Of course.
Either that.
Let's go to the mattress place.
Either that, or I'm flexing my mattress privilege right now.
I don't think it's like that much of a privilege. I think it's like a common thing.
Right. Unless her next mattress is gonna be one of those like Casper, like inflated mattresses that just expand. Remember that video with everyone getting whacked in the head with mattresses? TikTok keeps on.
Well, when like with Heather, like, why are you in your heels on a box spring? Like on a box. What was it called?
Yeah, a box spring.
Yeah.
Same reason she was wearing black, so she could be dramatic. Oh, it's a funeral for my marriage mattress.
My God.
So I do realize we skipped over things to get there, because I went from the.
No, I don't think there's. I mean, Angie and Mary worked out.
Yeah.
I think that was the only other thing.
I think.
Oh, well, we got
Brittany and Olivia. Brittany and her daughter.
Well, that's after.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Bronwyn and her. It was a lot of like mother-daughter stuff.
Yes.
3 generations of Bronwyn, Brittany and her daughter, and then we get to Brittany and.
I'd say Gwen looks a lot more put together this time around than she did the first time. She also looks more of an adult. I think the first time we saw her on camera, she looked like a teenage girl. And now she looks more, like...
She does look more like an adult.
An independent, savvy...
And not a lot like Bronwyn. I wonder if she takes it more after her father.
I think plenty like Bronwyn, but I think that was just the hair.
It's the hair.
Yeah. Also, we learned that... I don't think I knew that Muzzie's name is actually Margie.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah, because they got to the bonsai place. She said, this is Marge.
Because you want to introduce a stranger. This is Muzzie.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah. What? So
it was interesting... Bronwyn just needs to be needed and it needs to be loved.
Yes.
And she's not getting that from Todd, and she's realizing the 2 people she's getting it most from, well, more from her daughter than her mom,
right, are
leaving her. And she's like, I think the whole conversation was like, oh shit, all I have now is Todd. What am I to do?
Yeah, I mean, going into this season, I didn't expect Bronwyn to be so anti-Todd. And for someone who keeps saying she wants to like make her marriage work and like grow with him, she takes every opportunity to like kind of just slam on him. Like, don't threaten me with a good time. Like, when Muzzie said, I think, Todd's to get rid of you next. It's like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. which I don't.
Sometimes people use this show to get out of marriages.
It seems like there's so much an easier way to do it.
No, honestly, sometimes it could be easier to do it this way. I just want to know how much she gets in the settlement. Like, what's the prenup look like?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have any kids with them, and her one kid is now an adult. So, I'm curious.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But either way, I guess, because, I'm a dumb romantic. I thought that they just had a very quirky marriage that worked for them. And then to keep hearing that it's not the best and that like they have all sorts of other, issues, it's a little disappointing.
It works until it doesn't work. And then
it
doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
So then
Britney and her daughter.
Yes.
They did a breakthrough.
I didn't know where they were going at first because they just ended up going into some place, and I'm not used to therapy like offices having like a weird name like Purple Haze or whatever it was. I'm like, are they?
Was it Purple Haze?
It was something purple something on the door, and I was like, oh, is this like? Are they going to a dispensary? What is this? So again, like I thought maybe they were getting their nails done.
Well, I thought Bonsai May or whatever, where Bronwyn went with her mom and Gwen. I thought that was a restaurant, and I was like, oh, you're putting together plants. Okay. Sure.
That seemed like a wasted opportunity. Like that's something that the women should have done as a group.
Yes.
And been like, things have been really tense lately, so we're going to get zen together.
Right.
But no, it was just the daughters. Oh, Momo brought us his toy. It's so sweet.
Every time he does it.
Again, never had a cat that like brings you gifts.
Yes.
So cute.
I'm just glad it's a nice little orange fluffy thing and not a dead animal.
Yeah. Well, but luckily we've never had a dead animal brought to us.
Yeah.
So. And hopefully we never will.
Did I tell you that Ashley discovered a mouse in her house?
Oh no. Did she jump up on a chair and go, eat?
I'm sure she lost her mind. She just saw it and then it disappeared and she had to have someone come out. But apparently it's not uncommon in DC.
Yeah, in a row house like that, I can't imagine.
I would die.
Didn't we have
drop dead?
Didn't we have a mouse in San Francisco?
No.
No. I might have had one when I lived with Ben. But mice are mice. They, we lived over.
No.
On Taraval Street, we lived over a restaurant, so that happens. So that cat's gonna drive us to our grave.
I cannot.
So Meanwhile, no mice here. We're not doing that.
I thought it was it's a good session. They had much more work to do. I like that Britney was taking my least favorite word, accountability, and really realizing how she. He's okay.
Yeah, he's
how she has let down her daughter, and the whole thing where her daughter said that she was more interested in being a stepmother to her second husband's kids. I think trying to ingratiate herself with them, and forgot about her two biological kids. I was like, wow, that's really sad that she lost herself and then lost her children in her second marriage and. No, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that whole, as far as for the show goes, I think that whole scene works because her daughter is very well spoken and isn't afraid to kind of call it how it is. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it. It wasn't as powerful or as hilarious as the first time we saw Britney's daughter.
Oh, when she broke it down.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
But this is definitely, it's refreshing to see a therapy session on Housewives, kind of go well and actually, have some sort of, traceable path where you can see oh, that makes sense. And they said this, they said that, and it's not just like this, what was that on Mormon Wives with the,
oh my God,
the EDMR, follow my fingers, you're cured. What?
Let me tell you about my trauma. I followed your fingers now. Not making fun of her trauma.
No.
You might have just surprised, that's all it took.
The way that EDMR was presented to us.
Never.
Which apparently that's similar to what happens, but there's a whole warm-up to it we weren't privy to.
I understand, how that makes you want to voice your trauma.
I think what it does is it trains your brain to, concentrate less on the trauma, your eye movement or whatever. I have no clue, but I don't know people personally, but I've heard famous people who swear by it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I am really, it's not astounding, but it's so surprising that Britney has so much of her own personal storyline as a friend, to the point where she's a friend of, and her daughter is also getting her own confessionals.
I mean, I think Britney might have herself a snowflake next season. I don't know why she wouldn't.
I mean, honestly, like I feel like she's a higher up in the friend category in certain ways than like Marisol.
Oh, no, I would agree.
Yeah.
I would also say so far this season, Britney has done more than Whitney, which is
very much so.
And I love Whitney to pieces, but unless the second half of the season has Whitney doing a lot more.
Well, I think as we get more so with this Whitney Meredith thing, and we see her next week talking to Justin about
oh right
her business went wrong. So, yeah,
that makes sense. So then what happens after therapy?
We just create 2 apologies.
Oh, right.
A very mature conversation happened down by the lake.
Yeah. I like how they get there. Oh, it's so pretty here. And you hear a truck drive by in the background. Like, oh, it's so pretty. We're like out in the middle of nature with, Temple Avenue right behind us or whatever it is, Temple Street.
What I liked about it is that Meredith still didn't own everything, but she apologized for Britney overhearing her talking about her.
Yeah, that was...
and hurting her feelings. And I think Britney really took that in and was like, did I just spit?
No.
I feel like I'm spitting more of these. Took that in and actually was like, I'm not going to get more from her than this. And at least she's apologized for something. And so I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to apologize as well for my part in it. And we're going to move forward. That was very mature because another person could have been like, this is not the apology that I want from you, and screw you, and like walked off.
Well, and I really...
That's continuing the fight.
Right. And I liked that even Meredith was able to say, look, it's not that you brought it up, it's that you brought it up under the guise of like...
in a malicious way.
Being my friend, like, oh, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost as though saying like, I'd rather you just brought it up and said like, I'm being shady. I'm bringing this up to like hurt your feelings than to be like, oh, well, did you know about this? I'm so concerned for your marriage. So just the phoniness of it, which I was like, oh, okay. But
yeah, I liked that Britney caught Meredith off guard and really kind of took control of the scene by apologizing and also accepting Meredith's apology, because I think Meredith was fully ready for her to be like, for Britney to walk off at a huff, like, well, I tried, and but Britney didn't give that to her, and I love that she didn't give that to her.
Yeah,
she took back the power that she lost on the plane. Whoa, going real deep there. Sorry.
Did you make some bonsai trees today and go to therapy with your long lost estranged daughter?
I sure did.
Okay, I knew
it's like she took back what she lost on the plane when she had to be like held up by all those women and like wiped off.
The 6th worst thing that's ever happened to her.
The 6th worst thing that's ever happened to her.
I like that clearly after she met with Heather that one time, they're like, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. Someone was like, clearly had said to her, really?
Your daughter.
The worst thing that happened? So I'd like to have been in the room with Britney when she ranked what the 5 worst things were and then landed on this being the 6th.
I hope the estrangement from her daughters was like at the top.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying I hope...
her 2 divorces.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's 3 things right there. Jared breaking up with her 4. I mean, I know...
Well, 4 different times in 1 week.
Well, I'll just lump every breakup into one of the worst things.
So that's 4. And then 5 would be...
a parent's death? I mean,
Mormonism.
Maybe
Mormonism happened.
I'm not hoping bad things on Britney. I'm just saying I'd like to know.
From what we know, we're trying to like break it down. Yes. So yes,
I'd like to know.
But the fact that she was like the 6th worst thing, that's pretty good.
Yeah, then I'd like.
I enjoy Britney.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say that again, but yeah, I do enjoy her.
Yeah.
When she was meeting with her daughter, I was like, oh, she does. Because her daughter's outfit was a little bit like much for going to therapy. I was just like, oh, that's a therapy dress.
Well, on camera.
I know, I get it. But no, Britney's hair was in such a way that I was like, oh, she has her little bump it high volume count thing going on there. That was very nice.
I also appreciate the fact that she has shorter hair in her confessionals, and just like the extensions are so much.
Can we talk about Bronwyn's longer hair in her confessional?
I like Bronwyn's longer hair.
I like
it because it's not too much.
Right.
It's not overpowering her.
Yeah.
And it looks like it could be real.
And the fact that it's kind of only on one side, like,
yes.
And it's not yeah, it just looks like it's all just swept over. It's very nice. It's also very like running down the beach soap opera-y. I like it. So, well, I mean, it wasn't like blown around like that, but it was very much like
the color too that she was wearing. It was all very
good.
Well.
And we got Meredith's new
with the ponytail and
the blue kind of tunic dress thing.
It will never top the silver suit though. That is the best that woman has ever looked.
I would agree with that.
Yes.
So, anything else?
Especially when she was in it, she calls Heather a judgmental bitch.
Yeah. I don't
think she's right.
No.
I like it was funny hearing her say it.
Yeah, I just, Meredith really needs, I really want Meredith to own, I want Lisa, Rinna, and Meredith to like meet. So Lisa can just be like, own it. Just own your stuff.
Own it.
And, there's one thing about being embarrassed about your behavior, but I think you just make it worse for yourself by not owning up to it. Like if you...
It's complete denial.
Yeah. And then also I think from a housewives perspective, it allows the Marys and the Whitneys to be like, well, we're concerned about you. And that opens up a whole other thing that you're going to be even more embarrassed about. And so, next week we are led to believe that, Whitney just starts calling Meredith an alcoholic.
Right. While in costume, of course.
Yes. Which I think she probably does, but she probably is doing it in over the top. Like, wasn't calling you that, but fine. Now I will, alcoholic,
Right.
So
popper.
Yeah. Right. So it's, gonna be a little ridiculous. But again, I think had she just owned it, she could have taken that all off the table and people would have moved on. But,
she can't do it.
Exactly. So I want to know what the other movie was she watched, though. Why did we only know about Crazy Rich Asians?
That was when she was scrolling, she latched onto that because God knows that woman did not watch that movie nor another movie. So you won't ever make me believe that.
She's like, I must have fallen asleep before the end. It was like, oh, well, you must have.
Did they stay crazy rich?
I thought the end of the Crazy Rich Asians was where basically she challenged the mother.
That was before at the Mahjong.
Uh-huh.
And then there was a plain moment where he got on the plane.
Oh,
I love you, and all that.
Because for me, the most powerful part of Crazy Rich Asians was her challenging the mother and like getting the mother's acceptance.
Yes.
And all that. I think that's really what for me was the most powerful part. Mm-hmm. I mean, him being all hot and cute and coming after her on a plane,
He was like the hottest thing for a moment. And then you don't really see him very much.
You don't. We saw him recently.
In that sequel.
Oh, yeah. That Netflix
Lively
thing we did?
No, Blake Lively, that Civil Favor.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last we've seen of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's still kind of cute, though.
Oh, no, for sure he is. it's just interesting. Like, he was like
the it boy for the year.
Guy. And it was like, oh, great. We're actually having, a moment with a person of color being, the leading man.
Yeah.
And then, you don't see him.
And now all we got is Jonathan Bailey.
Well, at least he's a gay.
Right.
He's a gay. He's gay. And he's so, a minority.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
If Jonathan Bailey and Glenn Powell are like the two guys are having a moment.
Yeah. I don't get the Glenn Powell thing. I mean, I see what people can see him, but he just looks so... just
Iowa.
Yeah. He just looks like the Great Plains. And not not like a whole like wholesome American, boy next door sort of guy. Yeah. He just seems so beige.
It's funny, like whenever I look on Twitter, I'm seeing that one scene from the new movie The Running Man where he like takes his towel off and you see his butt and everyone's like, oh, that was a double. I'm like, well,
then what's the point, right?
Yeah. I thought he also showed his butt in that Sydney Sweeney movie too.
Which Sydney Sweeney movie?
They came out like after COVID, where they're like they hate each other, but they're gonna get together.
Oh yeah.
They have to pretend to be they were dating, and then they broke up, and now they're at this wedding. They have to pretend like they're still together. That old trope.
Yeah. If I don't need a butt double in these days. Also, the fact that they're still making like butt reveals, kind of you've seen a butt, you've seen two butts.
Yeah, but in like a mainstream movie like that, you don't see butts as often, not male butts.
That's true. And I don't know, I was about to bring up a whole thing that you don't really see boobs anymore, but I'm really not paying attention to boob movies.
You see boobs, but it's more like an indie A24 situation where it's like sad boobs.
What happened to the happy boobs of teenage romp flicks of the 80s?
They don't make those movies anymore.
Because they're very misogynistic and problematic.
Yes, but also teens aren't going to movies like that. They're going to go see like Demon Hunter. They're not going to go for like Porky.
Right, and they've also realized that maybe we shouldn't be showing boobs to teenagers.
Well, and also they can just see them on the Pornhub.
That's
They shouldn't be, but they are.
But they do have, the teeteringness of like, hee, I saw. It's not there anymore.
Exactly. They're so like exposed to so much.
America's lost its innocence.
America has a problem.
It really does. If only someone would make it great again.
No, I was referring to a Beyonce song called America, We Have a Problem.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to go ahead and bring it. I had to bring it nasty. So
the nastiness.
I think I've gone on too long with all of my stuff. So we have Thanksgiving we get ready for.
It's gonna be Thanksgiving, and then you like plow right into Christmas. We gotta get the tree.
We get our tree. Yeah, that'll be this weekend.
Yep, the lights. We're doing lights outside again.
Yeah, the lights are the easiest part because the hooks are already out there.
Yeah.
Hate that snowman because it falls over when the slightest breeze knocks the snowman
over. It's always raining in December and it's always getting knocked over and it's muddy in that patch where we put the snowman.
It's because we don't really have a front yard, and where we do, it's just kind of a mound of dirt, and so, well, figure that out. But I also don't want to spend good money for like something that's also going to be knocked over all the time. Also, a lot of the stuff you can get these days are like inflatable stuff that when you...
I don't like inflatables. Also, we don't have like the area for inflatables.
Even if we did, I don't like the fact that when you turn them off, they're just this carcass of a reindeer.
Carcass out.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
About carcass out. Yeah.
But I definitely want... I really... One year, I want to spend the money to like have lights put on the house, like just totally the whole roof and everything. Yeah. And
I was gonna say I don't think it would cost so much to get like a new snowman like thing, like a reindeer or something.
Yeah,
Amazon I think will have them for like
we're supposed to boycott Amazon for Black Friday and through Cyber Monday.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're supposed to anyway.
Was that on TikTok?
I saw it a few places. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, when are we not boycotting? Someone's not boycotting Target, and
we haven't been to Target in a while though.
True.
No need.
No, there's no need. Other than the sweet Cajun mix, which
it's so good.
It's about the only thing I need there. So my whole thing about this, and I'll end this quickly, is I'm all for boycotting Amazon when the time is right, because yes, a lot of people get their make their living off delivering Amazon packages. So I do want to support them and their jobs, but I think that boycotting Target is a whole different thing, because that's a whole brick and mortar store, which everyone's always complaining we need more brick and mortar, but then we're turning around and saying don't go there. I'm like, I don't know. So
it's a catch-22.
It is for sure. But I don't like going to Target because mainly we used to go there for toilet paper, and they don't carry the brand that I like, so forget them.
I know we'd always be like, we have to get our paper products from Target, and now it's like, no, why make an extra trip across town?
No point at all.
No.
And then the Target parking lot here in town is worse than a Trader Joe's parking lot. Apparently our Trader Joe's parking lot must be like the most luxurious one in the world, because it's not like purposely too small.
It's pretty cramped.
They do that on purpose.
There's too much. Well, because there's too much shit in that shopping center.
Yeah. But still, who's going to that Rayleigh's? Nobody. We should go to that Rayleigh's.
We'll see.
We're such creatures of habit.
We are.
We love our Safeway.
We do.
So, anyway, sorry, I am rambling, but no, I'm excited that we have the rest of the week off. I'm excited we're going to see some friends and do Thanksgiving, and I'm excited we're going to get the Christmas tree up and then see more friends. And
December is already like stacking up with things.
It is upon us, and then on Monday I have to hit the ground running at work and change a bunch of prices.
Same.
It's crazy.
Same, first of the month.
Oh, boo. Well, anyway.
We'll be back here for Potomac before all that.
That's true. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
It's silver lining. I get to talk more about Housewives.
Always.
Right. So we'll talk about that next time.
Until next time.